Hey, hey, thank you for watching. It's good to be back. It feels like it's been a minute since I've done a long video, full-length video rather. But I want to give a message today. I have many messages, and let me do my disclaimers right out of the gate. My nose is stuffy because I have been in intercession uh, for early this morning. So I have been like one of the wailing women and really transmuting energy. And, I was like deliverance, honey. But so my nose is a little stuffy and my voice is a little scraggly, because I've been praying and prying. Well, prying, but praying and crying. Anyway, now that was see, we already hitting the zingers. Who's been prying? Anywho, we're going to use a message that came from the Hero's Journey Dream Oracle. Who's that by? Kelly Walden. But it's a beautiful deck. It was gifted to me by a very beautiful soul, and I love this deck. But the message is flip it upside down, and we'll talk about perspective and the message on this card in a moment. And but I want to say to you that in intercession today, I felt like I was really doing some heavy lifting for the collective, with which is part of my assignment is my prayers. But that's why words are so powerful. But anyway, but I digress. But I know I do that. Anyway, I felt like we had really broken through with the mothering wound, the mother-daughter clash, the unforgiveness, the jealousy, the envy, the pain, the betrayal, the confusion. And then I felt very strongly that the wound is the best way to describe it, or the wound of abandonment that children feel when they feel like their parents don't want them, and the rejection they feel when they feel like they are in the way or not good enough for something, just not enough, not enough, not enough. And then I felt the weight of both relationships, with the child not understanding the motives of the parents and the parents not being able to articulate it because life is lifing. And it felt really like like family, particularly sons and mothers and daughters and fathers. It felt sons and fathers, yes. It felt very familial, felt very, God's dealing with the family. You might be dealing with some karmic residue that has to do with family ties and family connections, family relationships, sibling rivalry, and words that I said like jealousy and envy and confusion, because again, it just feels like, misrepresentation, miscommunication, and confusion as it relates to the motives of others, or everyone's motives. You just didn't understand. You took it that way. And this is not to say, especially if you have endured abuse, that, oh, you took it wrong. No, I'm not saying that did not happen. That was not your reality, your experience. That's not the main point here. The main point is, what are you going to do about it now? What can you do about it now? What should you do about it now? What will you do? Because we are here observing the world. The world is not us. We are here experiencing the world through the energy, the portal of our heart. That's how we express or feel it or take in the beauty, the grace of nature, the beauty of life, and these life experiences. It's through our hearts, which isn't us, but our ability to be able to understand mind, body, spirit, and how they work together, but also how they are independent of one another, so to speak, that's the key to this life, to doing this thing called life in an exceptional way. May is the month of miracles. I've been writing on to the ones on my mailing list, different thoughts that come to me, because I like to express myself through the pen as well, or typing, But been talking about, because I get themes every month when I'm in prayer, and May is the month of miracles. So there is an expectation of the unusual, of the suddenly, of the out of the blue, of the on a whim. There is an expectation of something that is extraordinary or out of the ordinary to occur in our lives. That's the theme of the month. Doesn't mean June's not the month of miracles either, but just saying that definitely right now, you know how there's a season and a time for everything under the sun, right? Then this is the time. May is the time for miracles. It's the month of miracles. So you're questioning your beliefs this month. You've been questioning your beliefs up till now, but now I feel like you really locking in on how you're going to be. Remember I said you're the self. You are you. So you're locking in on how you're going to be. This quote comes from Viktor Frankl, and it says, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the freedoms, which is to choose one's attitude in any given circumstances, to choose one's own way." Now, I didn't want to interrupt my flow, but I do need to say that was my stomach that you heard, and my stomach has been very vocal as well. So if my stomach or my pets who are at my feet start to, stir up, just know that it's all good and it's all spiritual, and it's gonna be at the appointed times when we need to hone in on something. So remember we said that, and let's ride. So the stomach started growling for you to hear that everything can be taken from you except this one last freedom that you have. They can take your home, they can take your kids, they can take your money, they can take your car, they can try to strip you of your dignity, all of that. But what they cannot take is this one last thing that is all yours. It gives you absolute freedom, and that is the ability to choose your attitude no matter what is happening in your life. You can see it as it's happening to you, or you can see it as it's happening for you. Some of y'all might say it's happening through me, right? Today's meditation was happening through me. I'm sure I'm benefiting from that healing. Yes. But some of the visions that I was having and the feelings that I felt were I knew they were not my own, and I'm okay with that, because that's my assignment, is to be a womb of sorts for spirit to use as a channel and to birth things into the earth. So I'm sorry, a bridge. Okay, bridge. Thank you for the correction, spirit guides. A womb and a bridge. I guess it's some sort of process. Yes, it's a process. First, you understand that you are the womb, and then when you understand that and move and flow in that, then you realize that you are the bridge between heaven and earth, bringing heaven down to earth. So it is above, and so it is below. Let's continue. We flip it upside down. It says, "What's true in the ordinary world is flipped on its head in the extraordinary world of dreams and the heroic life of magic and miracles." I'm reading straight from the book, y'all. Right now, I'm already on. Did she just say extraordinary? Wait a minute. Did she just say miracles? And we just talked about it, right? But see, that's what I'm talking about. This is why we experience and love our lives no matter what's happening, because magic is always happening around us. I'm reading straight from the book. Again, it says, "In ordinary life, it's instinctual to run from things that scare you. But when you face those fears in a dream, you increase your personal power. Y'all, some of y'all know that in your dream, you're like, what? You like turn around at the bear that's chasing you in your dream and you handle that bear. Eventually, maybe in some dreams you run for your life, but then in other dreams you might say, you know what? And you turn around and then it turns into a mouse or something. It's nothing. But in your dream, you enhance your personal power when you turn around and face your fears. All this message is saying, or the theme of the message today is simply turn those things around that's happening in your life and use it for your personal power. Face it. Don't run from it. Don't resist it, but go right into the eye, oosha, if you will, of the storm. Okay. So in dreams, the tragedy of fire, flood, and destruction can symbolize rapid change and new birth. If you get stuck in black and white thinking, all you have to do is to flip yourself upside down, literally or figuratively, to see the world from a dream's perspective. When the sky becomes the ground and the ground becomes the sky, as above, so below, that's my words, you realize you have the freedom and the ability to flip reality, air quotes, reality on its head. No matter how rigid the belief or experience, it's just waiting for you to turn it around. It's all his fault becomes, it's all my responsibility. And she doesn't love me transforms into, I am loved more than I ever could perceive. All right? So that's the message. When a problem comes along, flip it. When you're upside down, you're right side up. In other words, it's everything to do with perspective and the way you look at things. I'm going to use my Heal Her deck, which you can get on my website, TheDivineMaverick.com. Oh, actually, you can't because I'm revamping this deck, but I'll let you know when you can have it, when it becomes available. But right now, there's something that has been, how much, let me put this in the light, how much more will you give to the situation? So there's something in your life. Remember, we said this, situations and circumstances. How are you going to look at this? How much more energy are you going to put into the negative? Y'all, a bunch of cards just fell on the floor. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the deck down, stop the shuffle, and pick these cards up because I know that that was significant. And there's a few of them too. So I won't stay long on all this. I won't, extend too far. But, oh, I know what I do. Right. So, but anyway, as I was saying, how much more will you give to this situation? How much more energy? How much more time? How much? Only you can decide that. Your heart will be a very, very, very good guide. Don't follow that mind, because your mind is going to try to give you strategies and ways to figure out how you can cope with this, whatever this is that you need to flip upside down, right? Definitely question your beliefs on this thing. What do you really believe about this now that you know what you know? That's a whole download, but how much more will you give to the situation? Because whatever it is, flip it upside down. You can take that literally yin and yang either way. Either it's, yeah, I'm going to stay, it's good, I'm flipping it upside down, or when I actually flip it upside down, ugh, you know what I mean? So, but there's something that is causing you to question your beliefs. And so how much more are you going to invest in this? How much more? All right. Next card that fails. Oh, well, you're learning lessons about trust, because the situation that's going on, it brings up your trust issues. Now, remember, we talked about that with the parental relationship. That first caregiver, that's why you have trust. That's why it's difficult for you to trust right now, or that you've been doing some tremendous work, because I also feel that some tremendous work and healing in that area of learning to trust your circle, trust your environment, trust your surroundings, trust yourself, right? But it was rooted in you not having an anchor. The one that should have loved you didn't love you best, or didn't love you correctly, but now you understand, or beginning to get a better grasp on, because of your evolving, that they didn't have it to give. You can only literally, I don't care how much you dress it up, you can only go as far as you believe you can go. So it's only as far as you believe. All right, next one is spend time people watching. That's the observation card. We talked about you're not the world, you're not your mind, you're not this or that. You are you watching these things unfold. So what's going on inside of you? Your heart is even like a barometer. Your heart is not even you. It's just the way it's what God gives us as a portal, because it's energy, right? It's energetic. Heart chakra. Yes, you have a physical heart, but what does it represent? I'm saying it's an energy, and it's an energy that thrives best when it's open. Well, events and circumstances of the world that especially bring you trust issues closes your heart. And when you're closed, you can't see anything differently. You can't feel deeper. You can't move past the closure. It acts like a barrier to the other side. That's why you have to flip it upside down. You have to, if you've always been a fearful, anxious person, then you must learn to be fearless. You must learn to be at peace by breathing and grounding yourself. You know what I mean? Centering yourself some sort of way. All right. So spend time people watching is you observing life. You remember, but it's upside down. Look at this. Now look how God is. It's up. It's in reverse, right? You are the prize because you had forgotten your worth. You had forgotten your worth. That's why you didn't trust anybody, because everybody you did trust, or the person that should have taught you about a trusting, supportive relationship, dropped the ball. Okay, not blaming. You're accepting responsibility now, saying they didn't know. I'm not going to hold myself back by holding something on them that is over, because you know that you have the power to change this, because you've spent some time growing, changing. Ooh, my stomach is acting up. Ooh. Growing and changing. Somebody just said, you know, you hungry around, you eat something for your cord. Aha. Aha. Maybe it is not hunger. Aha. Because I'm definitely not, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm teaching better than y'all are putting those likes and subscribes and shares up in here. Somebody needs to share this video right now. I promise you, you're going to get a blessing. If you want money, you better shout it out. But maybe it's not money. Maybe you just want more peace. But I promise you, you share this video, watch God bless you. May is the month of miracles. But but I digress. No, but I'm saying it's the thing you think it is not the thing you think it is. You're like, oh, stomach ground, I must be hungry. No, I don't want food. I'm not even thinking about food. You know, I'm thinking about my future. I'm not talking about me, but maybe I am. Ha ha, right? But I'm just saying, you know, you're not thinking about that. You wanting this. It's confusion, miscommunication, misrepresentation. Talked about it. Come on, message. Why don't you better tie in message. But this situation brings up your trust issues when you were supposed to be taught worth and value by the one, that maternal or paternal relationship. You did not have that. Okay? So you had to get through some challenges of your understanding and knowing your value. Look at this. This was in reverse. If the rest of these cards are in reverse, I'm going to scream. Nope, one more is in reverse. I'm going to show y'all the truth, see? Only this one. So look at this, though. You are worth the effort. Didn't we talk about value, worth? You are worth somebody chasing you. And I don't mean chasing, stalking. I mean like pursuing you, where you don't have to lift a finger, where you know that this person is making every effort to come towards you or give to you. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I'm going to keep talking a little bit more and look at that. But I'm gonna post that video on Patreon, because I'm trying to, you know, I want to give you stuff that, you know, you don't want to overwhelm people's attention spans. I want to make sure the most pertinent messages get to you. However, if you want to hear the rest of this, because I'm going, you know, I got to talk about the twin. You know, I got to talk about the counterpart. And this counterpart, obviously, I'm dealing with somebody. What I'm picking up is you have had to learn lessons of your value and your worth, and you have had to wait. You wanted to call, you wanted to text, you wanted to send a birthday card, you wanted to go down there for the holidays, you wanted to arrange something for the Airbnb for their niece that's graduating or something, like you wanted to do something, but God told you, sit down, sit, wait, because you're worth it. You need, at this point in your life, you are going to see what effort looks like. You're going to see what it looks like when somebody is reaching out to you and for you because of you. All right, next one in reverse. Let's see. What else? And you also had to learn to find your voice and yourself. Because have you ever considered you were born for this? This is coming, when I wrote this deck, I was thinking about Esther 4:14. If you are not familiar with that, read that whole chapter of Esther chapter 4. But 4:14 is where this came from, right from my belly, because she's asked that question by, I believe it's Mordecai. But anyway, it's like you were born for such a time as this. So your life has probably been turned, literally flipped upside down. That might be even somebody else's message. Your life was flipped upside down when either you met this person or either you started this job. Like I said, I'm going to talk about this person a little bit later. But this connection, I mean, that changed your life. I'm not saying that you're in it now, but I'm saying that it's a part of you that knows that it's supposed to be. Right now, it probably isn't. Right now, it probably looks very bleak for you, probably because you've been having to wait for things to align themselves. But have you ever considered that you were born for this, which means, again, twofold. This is your destiny. So you don't need to fear. You don't need to worry. You just need to keep going. And if you are plagued with fear or negativity or anger or confusion or doubt or worry or anxiety or any of those negative things that block you from seeing the big picture or seeing the truth rather, then you need to flip it upside down. If your heart has been berated with fear, then you must fight for love. You know what I mean? You must be passionate about love. So these next two cards, I'm gonna set aside because, and I'm gonna take this one and put them with these two that we haven't looked at and see, because I'm gonna type these. I just know that these next two messages here have something to do with you and your divine counterpart. So let's see. Okay, exactly. So this is right. Teach them how to love you. Again, you had to step back, step up, step away, whatever, but you had to step. Somebody's name is Step, a nickname Stephanie. Step. Hey, Step. Steffi. All right. Stephen also. But anyway, you had to teach them how to love you, and you are willing to do that. And also, you had to learn to trust yourself. You probably were like, this person is off the chain. And so, but your heart kept bringing you back. Your mind was probably saying, remember, where's that trust card? Do not trust them. This brings up your trust issues, right? How much more you give to the situation. Now you got this person is going to show you that you are worth the effort. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how you have taught them in your absence or your silence how to love you. And then, trusting your gut and your intuition all about this. Also, all I'm going to do really is confirm what you already know about, this person, like what you've already been told, what you've already been given. So trust your gut. So you'll be happy to get some confirmation. Because remember, May is the month of miracles. Now with that, I'm going to get ready to close here. But I cannot leave you without an oracle. I'm just trying to think which one we're going to give. I know I wanted to give this affirmation. Ooh, and it fell on the floor. So put the deck down. Wait a minute. But y'all saw those two? That fell too perfectly for us not to use those. So that's how I'll end it. These are the messages I'll end with. Now, these are the I Am. They're called the I Am deck. And these are wonderful affirmations. So we're going to take these two that fell, right? And use them. But the first one is abundant value. I cannot. Even though I can. Can y'all see that? It says, I have so much to offer, and I value all I can give. I make sure I share myself with those who appreciate my contribution and reciprocate with gratitude and respect. I can't help it. You are worth the effort. I share myself with those who appreciate my contribution and reciprocate with gratitude and respect. Did we not talk about you having to walk away to teach them how to... Oh, I can't wait to get into the message. Self-soothing. Here's the other message for you. I soothe myself with caring words. I allow the space I need to accept my feelings about whatever has taken place. I calm, care, and provide for myself every day. Last one. Small moments matter. I take time to stay still, open my heart, and appreciate the multitude of beautiful moments I encounter. As I do this, my happiness rises to meet me more and more. That is some affirmations for you. You can rewind the video and write some of those down. These are very good. It's called the I Am deck. And I just can't help but look how the messages are still like right here speaking to you even now. And this is just, if you look just for a second, how certain words are standing out to you right now. Don't think too hard about it. Just let certain words. FF is also standing out to me. Double letters, FF, TT, RR, if that's standing out to me right now. But right now I'm offering the Empower Me video. You don't have to worry about trying to change your schedule to have a Zoom call or a phone session with me. all you have to do is order this video. I'm doing messages for the next 3 months. The Empower Me video does messages for the 90 days of the window for you know, the empowerment that you need to succeed. It's lessons that you've learned and applying right now and need to apply. You know, it's just an overview, but just kind of telling you what to expect. And you know how I am with June 21st coming, summer solstice, yay! Longest day of the year, and also the 8/8 portal, and you know, 7/7 portal, all the portals, the 6/6. You know, I'm excited about what's happening. Astrologically, it's just an exciting time to be alive, and spiritually, it is electrifying, right? So anyway, I'm going to leave it right there. I would love for you to join me over on Patreon at the Maverick Academy so I can get into these dynamics with you and your divine counterpart and teach a little something, do a little something, and get some strategy on how we can better work together with ourselves and with our significant other. Until we meet again, guys, I appreciate you. You have no idea. Thank you for your likes and your comments. You have no idea what your participation, your energetic contribution does for these messages that I carry and that I bring. And I'm glad that we resonate together, and I'm glad that I met you in this space. So I'll see you soon. Bye.